mine was called, so I was able to kick it.
And when your raffle ticket got called, did you at all think about your choice of footwear on the day? Because, if you're going to kick a field goal for $100,000, I don't know, Vans, were you thinking at all about maybe going barefoot?
I had asked, but it was against the rules. You had to have shoes on. And then so I asked if I could maybe switch shoes with a friend of mine in the crowd. But eventually, ultimately, I chose to stick with the Vans and hope that it worked out.
Incredible. I want to know if you might borrow a phrase from Steve Wilkes last year, who at one point said, "I can honestly say I'm sort of built for this." Daniel, are you built for this? Do you kick on the side on the weekends? How are you able to do this?
I still have no idea. Just aimed and prayed, I guess.
So this is, you're not a soccer player. You don't play mud football with your friends. This is not something that you practice at all?
It isn't something I practice, but I do play soccer, so I have got a little bit of practice in that area.
Yeah, and practice makes perfect. And so your raffle is called, and you get out there, and you got McAfee and Kirk Herbstreit is the holder, for crying out loud. What was the adrenaline like and the nerves with all those thousands of people chanting your name?
It was through the roof for sure. I couldn't think. Nothing. It was just all crazy excitement.
So Daniel, and we're talking to Daniel, who you may have seen kicked one through the uprights in the midst of the college game day madness at Cal over the weekend. Daniel, you missed the first one wide right. Did you know that you were going to get another chance? Is that something they always do?
I didn't. I had no idea. I didn't think that. I thought when I missed that was it, but luckily I got a second chance.
Okay, and then what happens after? Are you immediately whisked into a tent where you have to sign papers or something? You're going to get $100,000.
Yeah, I was moved to behind the stage, and they told me all what I had to do and all the papers I had to fill out. So I got those papers, and I left after that.
I love it. Tax documents, I'm sure, were involved, and maybe an oversized check. And you get home and you start to think about having $100,000. And so what are you going to do with your $100,000? I'm sure there's some student loan that's going to be paid off, but got to be something fun you're going to do with $100 large.
Absolutely. I definitely got to think about paying off some tuition, but I still haven't decided. Maybe tickets to the World Cup coming here, 2026, but I'm not exactly sure.
You are a soccer guy, Daniel, you sneaky rabbit. Yeah, look at you. All right, so I can't even wrap my head around this. So the $100,000, does it have to go to tuition, or did you just get $100,000?
I just got $100,000.
Yeah. $100,000. Boom.
What? And did you is it going to be Zelle or PayPal? Or are they sending you something? How does this work?
I definitely don't think it's going to be one of those apps.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I'm sure, a check that,
to go through and to get all that. So, yeah.
Okay. We lost the phone there for a little bit, but he said there's a process to go through.
Yeah, speaking of losing, I don't know if you saw, but the Niners lost their kicker, and you're fresh off a big kick in Vans. Any thought of throwing your hat into the ring for being the Niners' new kicker?
That's too much pressure, even way more than what I went through. So I don't think so.
Did you say after you signed all the docs that you just went home, or did you go to the game that night?
I went to the game.
You did?
Yeah, I went to the game.
You did. Okay. And what was that experience like after what had happened in the morning? Were you like a celeb?
I was getting asked for some pictures a little bit, but no, not that big of a celebrity.
Any phone call from Vans themselves about a possible long-term sponsorship deal?
There is some contact. I have texted with some people from Vans, but I don't know for sure what's going to happen.
I mean, at least
hopefully that something does happen.
Yeah, at least get some kicks out of this, right?
I mean, yeah, it's more than just kicks. I'm thinking about a 3-year deal here, Dan, in the Vans. I mean, for crying out loud, you put Vans back on the map single-handedly.
Hopefully.
Dan, did you go to class today?
I just got out of class right now. I'm in one of the buildings next to my class.
You went to what class was it?
Calculus, a math class.
Was you adding up $100,000? I mean, I would have taken Monday morning off.
Yeah, Berkeley don't care how many kicks you made.
Yeah,
you know.
I wish I could too, but I have a midterm that I have to prepare for, so no days off, unfortunately.
No days off. I love it.
Oh, it's incredible.
Dan in the Vans.
Daniel, congratulations. Thank you for making us smile this weekend, because I don't know if you noticed this. The rest of the weekend sucked, so it was pretty much all you, man.
Yeah. I would have had a bad weekend if it wasn't for that kick, so I'm glad that happened.
You and the Padres in game 2. That's the only good thing that happened this weekend. So, yeah, good on you, man. Thanks for calling. That was fun.
No problem. Thank you so much, guys.
There he goes. Dan in Vans.